Want to make a really quick weeknight dinner? How about penne arrabbiata? I'm beginning by finely chopping a medium-sized brown onion, followed by about 5 cloves of garlic. Depends on how garlicky you want it. I like a lot of garlic, and I'm making sure that I mince the garlic. And now I'm gonna preheat a large pot with good quality olive oil. I'm using about a 1/4 cup so that I can saute the onions and garlic together. And when they're cooking, I want to cook them low and slow. This is going to take about 10 minutes because I don't want them to turn brown. I want them to become translucent. I want them to soften because they're going to continue to cook in the sauce and release their flavor in the sauce with the crushed tomatoes. After the onions and garlic have had a chance to soften, 10 minutes in, I'm adding the crushed tomatoes. And I like to use 2 different types of canned tomatoes for this sauce, and that is crushed and petite diced. That way I get different textures, and I use all the liquid from the petite diced too, because you're gonna need that because the noodles are gonna finish cooking in this sauce. The other thing that I added, because this is penne arrabbiata, which is a spicy tomato sauce, is red chili flakes, and of course kosher salt. So once the tomatoes are in, everything should simmer for about 30 minutes. And I'm simmering it very low, just again, so those flavors deepen and develop. While that simmers, you're gonna heat another pot with water. Fill the pot 3/4 of the way full. I always salt my water when I'm cooking pasta because that's your chance to flavor the pasta. And these have the lines on it. So this is penne ricotta, which means it's got the lines which help really absorb and soak up even more sauce. I'm gonna cook these noodles about 2 minutes shy of being al dente. I don't want them to already be cooked when I drop them into the sauce. I want them to cook more in the sauce. That'll help the penne really absorb the flavor of the tomato and the garlic and the onion. So from the pot, I'm going to just use a basket strainer to pull the noodles out. Again, 2 minutes shy of al dente, so if the package says 9 minutes, cook them for 7, and then drop them directly into the sauce while your sauce is simmering. This allows the pasta to finish cooking and just to really become a sponge with that delicious spicy tomato sauce. Once all your noodles are in, you're gonna cook this just for a few minutes. The pasta is hot, you're just trying to finish cooking the noodles, and if the sauce looks a little too thick, you could add in about a 1/4 cup of the liquid from the pot of your pasta, the pasta water. When your pasta has cooked and the noodles are al dente, you want to serve this with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese and maybe a sprinkling of some fresh basil or flat leaf parsley. For this recipe and more, visit myclasscancook.com.